Hey guys, welcome back to Clatapult. In today's video, we shall be discussing the primary differences between CLAT UG, that is the CLAT undergraduate program, and CLAT PG, that is the CLAT postgraduate exam. A lot of you often get confused between which CLAT to go for, and this video should likely be helpful for you guys. This is Mitali, one of the legal faculties here at Clatapult, and I've seen a lot of students get routinely confused between which CLAT to go for, the 5-year course, the 3-year course, and what is CLAT UG, what is CLAT PG. However, this is not a question about whether you should go for a 3-year CLAT degree or a 5-year CLAT degree. CLAT UG and CLAT PG are not equivalent to CLAT 5-year course or CLAT 3-year course. CLAT 3-year course is completely different. It is not even titled as CLAT, it is just a law degree of 3 years and it has different modalities. However, in today's video, we are discussing the difference between CLAT UG and CLAT PG. As the name itself suggests, CLAT UG is the CLAT undergraduate program. It is a 5-year course and you can go for it directly after your 12th standard. You don't need any primary degree in any subject in order to be eligible for this. However, CLAT PG, as the name suggests, is a postgraduate program and you need to have undergraduate or any degree in any subject. That is, you have to be a graduate in some field in order to be eligible for CLAT PG. And please note, this is specifically for students wanting to get admitted into LLMs for national law universities in India. So as you might know, all national law universities like NLS, that is the National Law School of Bangalore, and NALSA, that is the National University situated in Hyderabad, all of these universities have both BI LLB, that is a combined 5-year course, and they also have a 1-year LLM program. And if you are already eligible for LLM program, that is you already have a primary degree and an LLB degree or an integrated degree, then you can apply for CLAT PG. Now let's look at the core differences between these two exams. So how difficult are CLAT UG exams compared to CLAT PG exams? Now, as a lot of you might already be aware of the CLAT UG pattern, CLAT UG usually relates to legal reasoning, logical reasoning, your English, your reading skills, and some of your quantitative level difficulties. So this is mostly an aptitude-based exam. It tests your reasoning skills more than your legal skills. In fact, CLAT UG barely asks a few legal knowledge questions. However, CLAT PG is absolutely different. It actually focuses and tests your in-depth knowledge of law and how much you really know about law. That is, you need to have some sort of a specialization in law for being eligible for CLAT PG exam. So CLAT UG focuses on reasoning. Any 12th standard graduate can apply for it, can prepare for it in months and actually hone their skills. However, if you do not have the time to study in-depth law, then you might not be eligible for CLAT PG entrance tests. If I look at the eligibility of these two exams, for CLAT UG, you must have passed class 12th exam. You might also be appearing for class 12th exam. Minimum 45% marks for general or OBC categories and 40% marks for SC or ST categories. There's no upper age limit for CLAT UG, and appearing candidates, that is class 12 students, can also apply. Coming to CLAT PG eligibility, you must hold an LLB degree 3-year or a 5-year from any university in India or abroad. You must hold a minimum 50% marks for general or OBC categories and 45% marks for SC or ST categories. And final year LLB students are also eligible to apply for CLAT PG exam. For CLAT UG, you have 120 questions to be answered in 120 minutes, and it includes sections like English, legal reasoning, logical reasoning, general knowledge, some sort of quantitative aptitude, apart from general aptitude-based testing. However, the pattern of CLAT has changed quite a lot in the past 5 years. The number of questions have changed, the difficulty level has also changed, the pattern has also changed. So it's a very routinely enhanced paper which keeps on changing every few months or years. However, the core point is that it is and it will always be an aptitude-based exam. It is unlikely to be converted into a law testing exam because no 12th standard graduate is expected to know law or be prepared to know law, because law in itself is and has always been a postgraduate degree. That is something that's pursued after you have completed some sort of studies. With respect to marking, CLAT UG usually has a 1 positive mark for every right answer and 1/4 negative marking for every wrong answer, and that is something that you need to account for while preparing. Coming to CLAT PG, again there are 120 questions to be answered in 120 minutes. However, the sections here are very different. There are general topics that you need to know, such as constitutional law, jurisprudential law, torts, contract law, family law, and other such examinations. Here also it's mostly passage focused with legal analysis that's required. Usually there's a 1 mark for every right answer and minus 0.25, that is minus 1/4 marks for every wrong answer. And this is also a very speed based and accuracy oriented exam. However, you need to know a lot more law than you would know for CLAT UG. Now let's actually look at career options post these exams, because this is exactly what's going to help you decide where do you want to stop studying if you're already into law, or where you need to start studying if you are just delving into law and are figuring out what course to go for exactly. So CLAT UG, a degree from any of these NLUs, can lead you to be a legal analyst in some firm. You could also be a corporate lawyer with some of the tier 1, tier 2 firms in India like CAM, SAM, Khaitan, and there are roles related to counsels for specific non-law firms like ICICI Bank, where you can serve in the legal team of these firms. However, CLAT PG primarily leads you to academic roles like teaching, writing scholarly articles, and mostly into academia, because the roles there are quite limited. Because you specialize in a certain field, you're expected to work in that specific field. Say you are specializing in constitutional law, at best you could be a teacher for admin law, constitutional or related laws. I'm not saying that you cannot delve into other laws and there's not interchangeability. You could obviously work in a corporate firm after completing your LLM, but that is rare and mostly it's your decision. These are the usual career paths that are available to you in the market. Both CLAT PG and UG exams lead you to participate and be eligible to study in 22 national law universities in India, and there are different eligibility criteria that we have already discussed, but primarily these are the available institutes. There are some private institutes that also account for these courses. However, please keep in mind that neither of these exams lead you to a 3-year LLB degree. These are only for either a 5-year LLB degree or 1-year LLM degree. The 3-year LLB degrees are usually through CUET PG exams. That is a completely different story. Usually exam dates come around August for CLAT UG and PG as well, and notifications are usually available on the consortium of NLU website. So if you are interested in any of these exams, you should always check them out. That's it for today's video. If you have any concerns or queries, you can always put down in the comment section and we'll try our best to get back to you. Thank you.